So a while ago, I had a client from Indonesia send me a message and it said, Donald, why do some Chinese factories and suppliers sell my design products to other buyers? So I replied naturally to him, and I just used one sentence in my response. I said, because they made your product. Now, let me explain why I told him this. You see, your biggest competitor already knows your costs, your suppliers, and your customer reviews, and everything about your brand and market. This really isn't something new. Most businesses know this. But what if I tell you that that competitor is likely your factory you actually work with here in China? As a matter of fact, this is happening right now in Chinese factories, and most buyers don't even know it till it's too late. Now, I'm not making this video about fake Alibaba stories or how to get the best prices in China or tips to the Guangzhou Canton Fair. No, that's not why I'm making this video. I'm talking about real factories here in China that you communicate with and you are probably working with. This is a playbook that became very, very common just after 2023. So if you've ever sent a CAD file, packaging designs, or brand kits to a Chinese factory, then this video should definitely matter to you. 10 years ago, factories wanted orders by any means necessary. Many of these factories were fairly new with massive investment, while others were still struggling and fading away due to the poor quality products from China's stigma. But fast forward to today, many of these factories want brands, not just orders from average buyers. The reason might surprise you. The reason is actually quite interesting. Margins on manufacturing are thin due to rising costs of raw materials, and in a similar situation is the labor cost in China. But margins on brands, on the other hand, are very massive. So what did the factories do? The factories learned something new and tricky, but not quite illegal. You see, they already do the hardest part, which is the production, sourcing raw materials, and cost control. Frankly, what they were missing, to put it mildly, was you. So how does it work? This is how it starts. You start as a good client, medium quantities, reliable payments, and all that. Then they learn your best-selling SKUs. If you don't know what SKU means, it's stock keeping units, because you do reorder them. They get to see your packaging, listings, inserts, and pricing range. Then they quietly register similar trademarks, definitely not your brand, but a defensive version, a version that they can say, look here, it's not the same thing. It's a little bit different, and the brand name is also different. They sell sometimes locally first just to try the market, then cross-border, and before you notice, they sell as OEM to someone else. You aren't getting copied, you are being out-positioned. Let's be clear, this isn't theft. Don't get it wrong, because most brands, both big and small, are usually looking for theft, whether the factory is selling their products to a different competitor or not. This, in fact, is actually legal because it's under a different brand name and it has a slight tweak, something you might call illegal exploitation. It's the same product category, slight design change, different markets, and a different entity. On paper, though, this looks very clean, but in reality, it's bad for your brand and business. Now, this is the lie most buyers still believe. My factory wouldn't do that to me. We have a great relationship. But you gotta understand, most factories don't betray relationships. They outgrow them. The moment your order volume declines or stops being special, your data becomes very valuable. Real protection isn't just one thing. It's a system you must have. So I'll give you 3 rules that you can use to protect yourself. Rule number 1, never give the full picture to one factory. Split suppliers, split packaging, split branding control, and split components. My rule number 2 will be watch out for suppliers who keep asking about branding questions too early. Good factories ask about specs, but future competitors are always bombarding you about your market. Number 3 will be to keep up or to keep backup factories. If a factory knows you can't leave, you already lost the game. Now, quite frankly, this problem doesn't affect beginners first. The target is usually mid-tier brands. I'm guessing you're thinking, why mid-tier brands? I'm going to tell you why. It's very simple. Because beginners aren't worth copying and big brands are legally protected. The danger zone, however, will be profitable, predictable, and underprotected sellers. And this will be mostly online sellers and small businesses. So I'm going to sum it up and say sourcing from China hasn't gotten riskier. It just got smarter. Most factories have evolved. Buyers who don't get replaced. I'm Donald, your sourcing representative office here in China. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.